ceremony.
Spiders, all these things represent what some people fear. As we move towards our future, we can allow the fear of the unknown to take control of who we become. Or we can decide to conquer that fear in order to become the best we can be. I often reflect and wonder how different I would be if I hadn't overcome challenges and tried to run for student assembly, or been in army, or took on the challenge of lifeguard training. 18 years of our lives have already passed, and many of us have already been courageous enough to face some of our own fears. Many of us have tried out for a sports team, a play, took an advanced placement course, ran for an officer position, or joined a club. Many of us have gotten a first job, passed the driver's training test, and given a speech in front of our art of speaking class. These feats are glimpses of what we have within us in order to face bigger problems or challenges that arise down the road called life. Now that we are graduating, we face a new challenge. No longer will we have the comforts and securities that have been instilled in us during elementary school, middle school, and high school. Our old friends may not be there in person. Some of the time we may have to stand on our own 2 feet and tell ourselves, I can do this. We will all be performing separate tasks like getting a job, going to college, joining the military, or going to trade school. During the journey ahead, don't be afraid to choose the high road and become the most you can be. Don't be afraid to shock some people and prove others wrong. Don't be afraid to do the one thing you've always wanted to do, but we're afraid to because that's not like you. So when the day's done, you can look at yourself in the mirror and smile. We have friends, teachers, parents, guardians, administrators, and staff that believe in us. Let's carry that strength with us as we move ahead in life. I challenge everyone to push ahead, face their fears, and be everything you possibly can be. Because as Franklin D. Roosevelt once said, we have nothing to fear but fear itself.
Thank you, Brenda. Now I request that all guests remain seated as the graduates exit. Thank you all for being with us on graduation day.